What a tremendous honor it is to have you join us this evening or this afternoon for a wonderful event for this community, certainly for Angel Medical Center, for this medical community, and for Mission Health. We're delighted to welcome you to our grand opening of our outpatient center, housing the new Mission Cancer Center, Mission Health Cancer Services at Angel Medical Center, and also our rehab center, and Western Carolina Digestive Consultants, who you're going to hear from in just a few minutes. I'm Jim Ross. I'm President and CEO here at Angel, and it's again, it's a delight to welcome you and a privilege and honor to have you join us. About 21 months ago, fall of 2012, we had a small group get together and talk about how we could improve outpatient services in this community. There had been a visionary group already planning for expansion of oncology, infusion, and other outpatient services, and they had a terrific plan in place. We identified an opportunity working with our partners, Western Carolina Digestive Consultants, partners and advisors with Mission Health, and then a visioning process, which you now actually see in front of you, the new outpatient center. This new center will house the, as I mentioned, oncology services, rehab, and GI services here in Franklin. About 9 months ago, many of you were here to join us with what we called our topping off ceremony. We placed the last formal beam on the project. Really exciting time. It's amazing what's happened in 9 months. This building brings together state-of-the-art technology, rehab, cancer, and other services needed in this community. Last year alone, for cancer services, we provided approximately 8,000 infusion treatments for cancer and other types of infusion here at Angel Medical Center. We also provided over 27,000 treatments for rehab. So you can see very quickly how needed these services are. The new center will significantly increase our access, patient convenience, and quality in this facility. 29,000 square feet, 3 levels, and we're delighted to say that we will have an improved patient experience. You see our theme is building for a better experience here in Franklin, North Carolina. It's my pleasure at this time to introduce someone who's been equally visionary, willing to step up, and I want to thank him publicly and personally today, that our Mission Health CEO, Dr. Ron Paulus, and our CFO, Charles Askew, who's not a physician that I recall.
He wants to be.
He wants to be. The CFO of Mission Health sat down with me shortly following that meeting 21 months ago and shared in our vision and our goal to bring to you the facility you have before us today. Again, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ron Paulus for some remarks.
Thanks, Jim. What a wonderful day. How great is this building? And to our colleagues at Western Carolina Digestive Clinic, to Mike Messino and Cancer Care Western North Carolina, someone who's been an important partner for me and for Mission for a long time, to each one of you who are caregivers or our community residents who've supported this either with your donations or with your hopes and prayers. This is an important day. And if you look back on the history of this project, it had its many ups and downs. It had one strategy and then another. And it does show what can happen with a group of committed people who are focused relentlessly on what's right for the patient, what's right for the community. And I feel like even though this wasn't what we originally planned, it's much better than what was originally planned. And we're pleased to have our partnership with Angel and with our physicians to be able to create something like what you see here today. Because that 27,000 people and the 8,000 people that are likely to grow over time, it makes a difference to them. When I had the privilege just moments ago to tour the cancer infusion area, and I heard from the head nurse there who said, when the first patient came in and entered that space and said, oh my gosh, because we didn't have the right space, we didn't have the right environment. We've always had great caregivers, but matching space and people and a compassionate focus on what's best for each individual and for the community is what really brings this together. So I'd like to thank each one of you for your contribution to this great beginning of a new story for Angel and for Franklin. I'd like to thank everybody who provided any form of support or donation for this, to our physician colleagues who've been visionary and leaders in getting this off the ground, to Tim Hubb standing in the back, who was part of this some time ago. Jill Hogarth Green, Jill, if you put your arm up, who's my colleague and partner as the president and COO for Mission Health. And Jan and Jim, just a tremendous, tremendous time. I'm delighted to be part of it. This is just the beginning of an incredible future for all of us together. Thank you.
Without further ado, again, I'd like to formally introduce, and again, it's an honor, privilege to work with our board of directors. Jan Unger will come and bring some remarks on behalf of the board.
This is a accumulation of dreams. I'm an accounting kind of person, and I have columns of numbers, and you add the columns of numbers up, and then you get the answer. And it's wonderful to look at a private physician practice and to look at a cancer center and the physicians that support that, and to look at a physical therapy area that we never had, and to look at occupational therapy that we never had a space like that. And do you know who's going to win? What the answer is going to be is going to be Macon County. Is going to be our community. Is going to be us. And that's just a wonderful thing. The board of directors, I think, was this is a different way to build a building, as Dr. Paulus mentioned. It was different, and you went along. And the Keith Corporation coming through, and how do you pay for it? How do you fund something like that? How does it make financial sense? And we did it. And it's a time of celebration. This is a wonderful building. It's a wonderful opportunity to meet the needs of our community, and we do it by caring for each other. And I thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jan. Earlier this afternoon, one of the partners in this project, the Keith Corporation group, was here. They flew in from Charlotte. And for some reason, they thought there were going to be thunderstorms this afternoon. So they only stayed a while until their I guess, folks back in Charlotte said, you need to jump on that one engine plane and fly back. So they were unable to join us for comments. But I just want to say on behalf of Ken Bewley, Eric Larson, for those of us who are caregivers who worked on the project, know those names, Andy Lawler, the team at the Keith Corp. This was truly a vision and a partnership with them and the GI group here and Angel and Mission. And so they were delighted to be our partners on the project, and certainly pleased to join us in celebrating the results this afternoon. At this time, I would like to specifically recognize and thank again Dr. Charles Barrier. Some of you all know Dr. Barrier is also our Vice Chief of Staff at Angel Medical Center. Charlie, if you would come at this time, bring us some comments.
This really should be Dr. Phil Stack up here. He sends his regrets. He's tied up with procedures in Silva. My name is Dr. Charles Barrier, and I'm a partner of Phil's, and we comprise Western Carolina Digestive Consultants. We're on the third building. We're gastroenterologists, and we do what gastroenterologists do. Not today's topic. But the topic is our participation in this project. 4 years ago, when I came here approximately, Phil had a vision and he had blueprints and a good plan. But the land was empty of any building at that time. It wasn't too long before the land became cleared and a hole developed in the ground and cement was poured and 2x4s began to appear. Now, in any small town in America probably, but let's just say North Carolina, you start putting 2x4s up and people are going to try to figure out what you're building. Is that an Outback? Or do you hear the new Verizon stores going in there, or there's a Cracker Barrel coming? Well, we were happy to dispel those rumors very quickly, but we were even happier to hear from Angel when they came to us and said, can we do something together to benefit the health care of Western North Carolina? And that, along with Mission Hospital and with the Keith Corporation, this is a together collaborative effort. It wouldn't have happened from our end for sure if it hadn't been for the assistance of our partners. Why can't a chemotherapy patient have a nice view when they get their chemotherapy? And why can't a speech therapy patient have nice surroundings? And why can't a family have a comfortable waiting room in which they don't mind waiting? And we've already got that now. What we don't have yet, but I'm sure it's coming, are the innovations that we can't even anticipate because this building exists. And that's what's really exciting. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Barrier. And yes, I remember those meetings extremely well. As far as we know, there won't be any blooming onions served here. At this time, it's another honor for us, and I know for especially our oncology infusion caregivers, to recognize a very, very special caregiver amongst us, Dr. Michael Messino. Cancer Care Western North Carolina has been in the community for several years in somewhat less spacious and enjoyable, somewhat constrained, I would add, spaces here on the campus of Angel. It's really, really been a pleasure to partner with Dr. Messino with Cancer Care Western North Carolina to bring this vision to reality. I want to recognize Dr. Messino. Please come bring us some ladies.
Always the shorter one. So I appreciate being asked to do this, Jim and our folks from Mission, and I do want to just mention a few things that people don't quite understand about oncology in Franklin. I was first asked to come here in 1994, and I came, and the room that Nancy Holloway, and I wish Nancy was here because she would remember, the room we worked out of was smaller than any room in this building. So it was large enough to put an exam table, and we would each sneak in, one on one side, one on the other, and then we'd have to close the door. So that was our cancer center at the time. That was in '94. So things have changed. We've actually moved around quite a little bit. But the one thing that has been very, very positive for this community is that you have had very good infusion nurses. This is one of the best infusion areas that I've worked in, with a small group of very closely gathered folks. They've done a great job.
No project like this could be a success without a tremendous group of contractors, workers, architects, planners. We were fortunate enough to sit down again 21 months ago and start visioning and thinking and dreaming about what might be in Franklin. We partnered with a tremendous group of individuals, contractor Vinoy, and I would also say that our experience with Mission and Mission's experience with Vinoy has been really, really positive on this project. It's my pleasure to introduce you to Mr. Brian Walker, bring greetings and appreciation from Vinoy Contractors.
And I'll lower it back down. Thank you, Jim. Let me first start with, I'm delighted to be here today and honored to have had the opportunity to be part of this project team. It's been a wonderful journey, at times a long journey, a lot of long, hard hours with Vicki and Sheila and Gary and Marty, but we've had a whole lot of fun doing it as well. And today is a great day to be here to celebrate the coming together of the great partnerships with our architect, Batson Associates, engineers, Peterson Associates, the Keith Corporation that you've heard before, as well as Angel Medical Center and Mission Health, and not to mention the community. And I'd like to give my last thanks for the community, and thank you all for serving our workers out here, providing them lunches and dinners and groceries and lodging. Couldn't have done it without you guys, and I'd like to thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for your service. And I hope this building serves the community well, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Thank you.
Waiting for the ambulance to go by. We're in the midst of a $1 million capital campaign to support the building. We have currently raised approximately $350,000 toward that $1 million goal through grants and through the community support from individuals and from businesses. This is something that our community can be very proud of, and our community can leave a mark for generations to come for the people who will come to this place for the care that they need. They won't have to travel any longer.
We dedicate it as a place where those in need of its services may come and find healing and hope, comfort and consolation, encouragement and respect.
We dedicate this building as a place where all employees embrace their role as servants of those who enter these doors and as partners in the sacred task of making life the very best it can be.
May all who find their way here discover not just a building, but a special place built upon a firm foundation of faith and hope and love.
Bless this building for service.